290 million years ago, long before the first dinosaurs appeared, the Earth belonged to other creatures. Amidst the barren landscape of the supercontinent Pangaea, a shadow silently emerges from the red dust haze. On its back, a giant sail, the sail of a beast. Not a dinosaur, not a reptile. This is Dimetrodon, the absolute ruler of the Permian Period. Many people think Dimetrodon is a dinosaur, but in reality it vanished 40 million years before the first dinosaurs evolved. The real secret lies here, in its skull structure. When placed next to the skull of a lion, or even a human, an astonishing similarity appears. Dimetrodon belongs to the Synapsida group. They possess only a single temporal opening behind the eye socket, where the jaw muscles anchor. This is the first imprint, the identifying mark of the mammal lineage, our own lineage. Therefore, when we look at this creature, we aren't just seeing an ancient lizard. We are seeing a creature caught between two worlds, part reptile in appearance, part mammal in origin. It is the first draft of all future mammals. Its greatest masterpiece is the giant sail on its back. It wasn't a solid plate of bone, but a marvel of engineering, elongated neural spines, connected by a thin membrane of skin and flooded within by a dense network of blood vessels. Its greatest masterpiece is the giant sail on its back. It wasn't a solid plate of bone, but a marvel of engineering, elongated neural spines connected by a thin membrane of skin and flooded within by a dense network of blood vessels. And when the midday heat became unbearable, it turned its sail into the wind, using the blood circulating within to dissipate heat, cooling its body. But that's not all. The sail was also a biological billboard. When it needed to intimidate rivals or woo a mate, it could flood the sail with blood, making it flush brightly like a battle flag, a sight both magnificent and tense. The sail didn't help it swim, it helped it survive. The name Dimetrodon means two measures of teeth, and this was truly revolutionary. Before it, most reptiles had only one type of identical cone-shaped tooth, but Dimetrodon was the first creature to have differentiated teeth. In the front, incisors for gripping. On the sides, shearing teeth for cutting, and most prominent, curved, blade-like canines, perfect for tearing through thick hide and crushing bone. And it used them with lethal efficiency. A stalk, a lunge, and a precise bite to the neck of its prey. No blood, just dust erupts as life ends. This specialized jaw, combined with powerful neck and jaw muscles, was the prototype for all later carnivores, from lions and tigers to modern wolves. It was a giant of its time, nearly 4 meters long, weighing over 200 kilograms. Its gait was still primitive, with legs sprawling wide like a reptile. But look closely. Unlike a lizard, its body was held higher off the ground. This was the first step, a crucial transition towards the efficient, upright posture of later mammals. Muscular strength, superior jaws, and a sophisticated thermoregulator, all combined to allow a bite force of over 1,000 newtons. In the arid world of the Permian, Dimetrodon was the absolute apex predator. Dimetrodon's world is a place we would barely recognize. The supercontinent Pangaea, a single landmass stretching from pole to pole, no green forests, no grassy plains, just desert, rock, and scorching sun. Daytime temperatures could reach 50 degrees Celsius, yet plummet to freezing at night. Rivers were seasonal, drying up in an instant, leaving behind only cracked riverbeds. Daytime temperatures could reach 50 degrees Celsius, yet plummet to freezing at night. Rivers were seasonal, drying up in an instant, leaving behind only cracked riverbeds. But there was a paradox. Despite being a distant ancestor of mammals, Dimetrodon still held on to its primitive reptilian instincts. It laid eggs on land, soft-shelled eggs, carefully buried beneath the hot sand. There was no parental care. After bearing the eggs, the female left. The clutch was entrusted to the Permian sun, which acted as a natural incubator. The fragile life within had to fight its own way out. It would be tens of millions of years before its lineage learned to carry its young and give live birth, creating the planet's first true mammals. Dimetrodon's reign would not last forever. At the end of the Permian, Earth fell into the worst catastrophe in its history, the Permian Triassic extinction. Massive volcanoes in Siberia erupted, choking the atmosphere with toxic gases. The proud sail, the perfect thermoregulator that once helped Dimetrodon master the harsh Permian heat, was now useless. The mighty ruler had fallen, not to a worthy opponent, but to the wrath of its own planet. It had mastered the desert, but it could not survive a world that was destroying itself. Dimetrodon did not survive. The age of the giant synapsids was over. But in the ashes, some of its smaller synapsid relatives clung to life. Its genetic legacy was not erased. From the surviving synapsids, evolution gave rise to the therapsids, and then the cynodonts. These small creatures began to develop fur, warm blood, and perhaps even milk glands. They were the first true mammals. A small branch of them survived the entire age of dinosaurs, evolving and diversifying. Millions of years later, that legacy remains intact. Every warm-blooded breath, every hair on our skin, every canine, incisor, and molar in our mouths. All are echoes of the ancient Dimetrodon. Its lineage lives on inside us. A 290 million year journey from the ruler of the Red Desert to the endless flow of modern life. An unbreakable connection. Dimetrodon's legacy is one of our deepest roots. Thank you for joining Journey of Roots on this expedition. What do you think of this fascinating ancestor? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love exploring our origins, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to join us on the next incredible journey.